Hey, good morning. I nearly started the day without the wake up maker. Oh man, come on, come on. I think everybody knows by now how much I love coffee, right? Anyway, so two very powerful words, two very unnoticed words, two words that I've used incorrectly in my life, or haven't used incorrectly in my, or haven't used in an incorrect manner in my life, and that I still see so much and so often being used incorrectly by people all the time. And if you use these words wrong, right, it can keep you in a place in your life. It can stop your progression in life. It can completely close any possibilities you have of going anywhere in your life. And if you use them in the opposite way, in the correct way, then it's the exact opposite. Then doors can open in an instant. I think, we know we walk with God's grace, but Proverbs 18:21 teaches us very well that the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat his fruit. So life and death is in the power of the tongue, my friend. So that means what you say, how you say. How you say is a very important thing. A lot of people, I'm one of the people as well who've learned that, but I just said to that person that same thing. And now you come along and you say it to him, and it's like they just get it. And then I started paying attention to, okay, I didn't say it the way they did. So, but not only the words you use, it's also the attitude you use, the way you carry yourself that you use. Are you aggressive when you say stuff, which I tend to be more often? The word aggressive is maybe a bit strong, but yeah. And they have a much more compassionate way of saying it for argument's sake. And it's things that we can change in our lives as well by using these two words. But as I'm thinking about these words this morning, I was reminded of a conversation that I had with a person roughly some 10 years ago when I was still a barman before I was doing what I'm doing now, or what I'm currently doing. And yeah, it was roughly 10 years ago. But I remember a quick chat I had with a guy in this very bar. Now I'm actually thinking he actually had an effect with me with regards to change that I'm realizing now as I'm speaking, that had an incredible effect on my life, that changed some stuff today. He always had an agreement with every barman. The first time you take him change, he didn't love coin change. This guy didn't take it. He didn't want it. He told you straight, that's for you. Whether it's a 1 rand change or a 9 rand change, it doesn't matter. That's for you, but you have an agreement to not cheat him. So if you got a 10 rand in your till, you don't take him 10 rand in coins. You take him the 10 rand. Be a person of integrity still. So there was interesting lessons that came out of there, and coincidentally, he said he'll give you your first warning if you take him coin change. He gives you your first warning and final warning and says, dude, if you bring me change again, you lose your tips, and don't come complain to me that I don't tip. So coincidentally, today I actually own a wallet that doesn't even have space. It doesn't even have a compartment for coins. I don't carry it. I've got a little bucky in my car, and I got all my coins in. And which is cool about this is it always leaves me. There's always coins in this bucky. Now that I'm thinking about that as well. Oh Lord, what are you doing this morning? So there's always some bucks to tip or use, or emergency 2 rands or 5 rands or whatever. So anyway, that's not what I wanted to chat this morning. So what I actually wanted to say about him is there was a conversation that him and I had the one day, and I can't remember all that was said, but we were speaking about what we were doing. And in a response to something that he said, I said to him, I'm only a barman. I can't do what you do. I'm only a barman. Something like that. And his immediate response was, I'm sorry, what? What was that? What did you say? I don't think I heard you correctly. And somehow instinctively, something just kicked into me, and I said, I'm currently a barman. I'm a barman at the moment, sort of thing. And I'm a barman currently. And he actually said, yes, that's better. That's how I want you to speak from now on. And it was so powerful that I didn't realize that at the time as much as I do now. Let's put it that way. It hit me after when I calmed down and I was in a more peaceful state and I was able to think. And this thought caught me. I thought, wow, this is actually something incredible. So the two words that I'm referring to this morning is the word yet and the word currently. The little phrase at the moment, in fact, actually also fits in quite nicely with these two. But yet and currently, if you don't use them right, man, they can keep you in a place. And that's powerful, right? Whether you say you can or whether you say you can't, you're right. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The Bible says in Proverbs 23, we're very proverby this morning. I love it. In Proverbs 23, verse 7, he says, "For as he thinks in his heart, so easy." Everybody knows the phrase in a little bit of a different, I think, translation probably. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so easy. And that speaks to that same thing. If you think you can do it or you think you can't do it, you're absolutely right. And it'll stay that way until you not only start speaking differently over it, but you start thinking differently about it. So remember that if you're not there, you're not there yet. Remember, if you can't do it, you can't do it yet. If you're in a position of, let's say, work and you don't like that position, you're only there currently. Seasons change, things change all the time in our lives. But for as long as you'll say, I'm only a barman, you will always only remain a barman. Or you can say, I'm a barman for now. There's another one that can fit in there nicely. I'm a barman for now. Currently, at the moment. I don't have a better job yet. I don't have the job I want yet. I can't play this instrument the way I want to yet. I'm not the caliber of sportsman that I want to be yet. Because that implies already you're speaking life. It already implies that you're gonna get working on it. You can work on it. You're gonna do something about it. I actually want to say it's not that doesn't imply that you can. It implies that you are going to, which is a heck of a lot more powerful in this moment, I feel, for me. So I want you to remember that today, moving forward in your life, yet, currently, for now, at the moment. Man, learn to apply these correctly in your life, especially if you're in a space that you're not happy with. If you're in the middle of a storm, you're not out of the storm yet. In the middle of the storm, currently, at the moment, for now. There's something you can always learn in life, and I feel these little applications that we get to learn, if we start changing the way we say things, especially if those things we say become a habit, get rid of the old terrible habits of, ach, I'm stupid, ach, I'm dof, ach, I'm such a terrible workman, or whatever. You speak so much death over your life in that, and you don't even realize it, especially if you're not even listening to what's coming out of your mouth sometimes. So start speaking life over yourself. Start speaking life over your situations. Learn little things like this. These little things. The little things are so powerful in life. And a little word, a 3-letter word, yet, can possibly change your entire life. I hope it gives you a little bit of encouragement this morning. I hope it reminds you of how powerful the little things can be in your life. Have yourself a phenomenal day.